Here we're here doing another deck profile. We got Ryan Drake with what do you call this deck?
It's basically just chaos done.
Yeah, let's just dive right into it.
All right, so there's a couple things I run first of all that I notice a lot of people don't use, so I'm gonna show those out first. Dice. I put these in my deck box so that I actually can start a duel without looking like an idiot. And this is a calculator. It's better to bring a pen and paper, but any way of keeping life is better than nothing. So I run those every tournament.
I saw two ofs in one.
Also, there's 15 in the extra deck, and there's 15 in the side. So those are good things to do too. Actually utilize the fact that you can use 15 of each. Don't go like, I'm going to go 10 in my extra and 10 in my side, and then, oh, I have no side against this. Or, oh, I want to go into him, but
I don't have him.
Yeah, so just utilize what they give you. But here's the deck list. 2 Thunder King Ryo. Really good card right now. I mean, it's been good for a few years, but yeah. Doom Caliber almost fills the same row, but it stops hand traps, and it really slows down Mermail, Fire Fist. Pretty much all the major decks have a hard time getting over this. And then this one, 3 Banishers. Really good against Chaos Dragons, obviously. Really good against Mermail. I've noticed a lot of times they have to Dark Hole my one card just to get over it. And then I'll just beat them in the Card Advantage Wars. Cyber Dragon, yeah. Baits out all the traps that people are using nowadays.
Yep.
Obviously it's a light, and I can exceed with it. It's pretty cool. 2 Trags and Gores. 2 Tour Guides and a Night Assailant. I don't run a 4th target, but I find myself actually wanting to draw the Night Assailant, so I usually just Tour Guide a Tour Guide. I'm fine with that. I use Zephyros and Gale. Pretty cool combos here. Other than that, this is my only tuner. It gets over most big cards. I play a DD Warrior Lady. It's actually normally what I bring back with Levier.
Yeah, those two are best friends.
And Chaos Sorcerer.
Yep.
And then we're going to go on to the spells. 2 Duality, Setup, and again, it's kind of more of a control deck than an explosive deck, so you're going to need your back row or your setup pieces. 2 Space Typhoon and a Storm. Triple Lance. One of the reasons you got to play this card is because everyone else is. So if their deck has a damage step trick and yours doesn't, they already have an advantage. But other than that, it also works really well with all my normal summons. Mainly these ones. Just keeps them alive. Saves them from a bottomless, or, well, these guys plus 800 is pretty big. Subtracting the 8 from theirs.
Right, of course.
For you slower players there. I play Book of Moon, Reborn, Dark Hole. Mind Control, actually pretty cool. Other than just, taking their guy and overlaying with it, also a lot of people are playing Chaos Monsters, so, take their guy, banish it. Also works really well with both of these, because you can take their guy, bounce it back to their hand and attack for game or whatever, or, sync with their guy. Either way.
Yep.
I play One Day of Peace.
Yes, MVP.
This card's actually won me almost every single game that I've activated it in, which is pretty cool. It saves you a lot of turns and gives you an extra card. And for traps, we got 2 Bottomless, 2 Torrent, Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment. I don't play Road, instead I play The Huge Revolution is Over. It can just get activated a lot more situations. For instance, you have 1 monster, they have a monster, Torrent happens, you couldn't Starlight Road because you only have 1 monster. You could Huge Revolution. Same thing with like a Heavy Storm scenario. And then the last 2 traps, 2 Threatening Roars, basically just protect my monsters, and I feel like almost all the decks in this format right now are very explosive. Extra deck, mostly just lights and darks, but also 17, Levier, Temtempo, Dweller, and Roach, just really good against the meta.
Yep.
Corn, Clap Optive, Utopia, Cowboy, good. And then I do run a Cyber Dragon, and Tragodia, and Reborn, so overlaying to 5 can happen. 6, even a little more likely because of Chaos Sorcerer.
Yep.
And then because I run Cyber Dragon, I like to run the
Yeah.
Chimera Tech.
Pretty mandatory.
Pretty much get over Zen mains.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Thanks, man.